Okay, next up in my cumulative haul is makeup. So this is just a look at everything that I've gotten within the past 3-4 months from the various sales. And so let's start with the first one. So tried and true classic. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I had a mini version, which I believe I showed you in what's in my bag video previously, but I decided to get a full size this time around because that one was running low. And this one is in Cafe au Lait number light 2.4. Yeah, light 2.4. I am someone who likes to match my concealer to my foundation and my foundation to match the real skin of my face. I do have dark circles, so I found that going too light just creates that reverse panda eye, like an ashy look, and I'd rather go the exact same shade as my skin or even slightly darker for dark circles because I feel like that masks it better. So all of these shades are pretty close matches to my foundation shade. So maybe I should just mention what my current foundation is. So I've been using currently the TirTir Red Cushion Foundation, and my shade is 21N Ivory. And I do find, usually I'm a 23 in Korean BB creams, that this does darken up slightly, like it oxidizes a bit. So I went with 21N instead of my usual 23, and this one is perfect. And the other foundation or BB cream that I've been using a lot is this one called Cell Fusion C, and I saw this on like the Olive Young beauty website, the Korean beauty store website, and it was like a popular buy, like one of their best sellers. So previously, like in terms of tubed BB creams or CC creams or whatever, I had been like, the first one I ever used was the Misha M Perfect Cover, which is like a classic, but the SPF combined with that very strong floral powdery scent always annoyed the heck out of me. So when I did used to use it, I was shade 23, and then I switched over to the Purito Sika whatever repair BB cream, and I got that one, and I believe also the same shade 23. But that one it didn't have any sort of like added fragrance, but it did have a very strong SPF smell, which I really hate. So I discovered this one, and this one doesn't have any sort of smell at all. Like no added fragrance, no SPF smell. I don't even know if this contains SPF, but that doesn't really bother me. I don't really look for SPF in my foundations because there's no way you're going to wear enough foundation to get the sun protection from, your makeup. So I'd rather not have it at all rather than have that like super strong sickly smell. So this one, I believe it only comes in one shade. So out of luck if, you're either very fair or very tan or deep in skin tone. So I've been enjoying this and this. And as far as my concealers go, so I mentioned Cafe au Lait, tried and true classic. Love this all over the face, even under the eyes. This one's great. And then I fell in love with Natasha Denona's Hy-Glam concealer. This one is the perfect like one and done corrector concealer shade for me. If I was only looking for a face concealer, my shade would be N2. So this is what I use under my eyes, and it's perfect. I don't use this on my face. It's way too peachy. So this one is the perfect like corrector concealer shade, and they do make special corrector shades, but I did try those and I prefer the P2. So I love that shade. Do recommend it. And I love this one, the P2 Natasha Denona, way more than the Huda Beauty. This one is Cherry Blossom, and it's like a pinkyish corrector shade. I mean, this is definitely a corrector. It doesn't work as a concealer because of like the pigment. So I have it, I've kept it, but not my favorite. Not even my favorite for me. Like I've had the concealer before as well, and I don't know, it just felt too heavy for me. So have it, but don't love it. This is the Kosas, what did they call it? The Revealer Concealer, I believe. And this one is in shade 2.5C. This concealer runs very yellow, so that's why I went with the C Cool shade. And this one, as you can see, is pretty yellow. But this one is good for, I don't like it under the eyes, actually. I think it creases. but it's good for actually like the face. Instead of wearing foundation sometimes I'll grab this instead. So I'm gonna use this up, but not a rebuy. This one is the MAC Studio Radiance 24-Hour Luminous Lift Concealer. This one is okay. No complaints, but nothing special. The coverage isn't as good as these other two concealers, so it's there. I throw it in my bag sometimes just so I can use it up. Finally, I've been into like looking up Korean makeup. So I have these Clio Kill Cover Airy Lift Concealers. So I have two shades. One is in 3BY and the other one's 3.5BO. And these are nice. I've used it under my eyes. I've used it on my face. So these I would recommend. I don't think you get a lot though, or maybe it's like, maybe it looks are deceiving and it's actually like the same amount of product just in smaller packaging. But those are nice. This HERA one, I had high hopes, but I think it looks a little cakey on me, like midday. So I have to get this, I'll have to give this more chances before I decide. But not as impressed with this as I was with that one. And this one is the SAEM, in shade 1.5. And this was the wrong shade for me. So I think I ordered another shade and it's on the way to me. So I'll give that another shot. And this one was just like a random like purchase. I just threw it in to make the minimum so I could get free shipping. This is the Luna concealer. I actually haven't given this one a try yet. And then we have these pot concealers, one from the SAEM, and it's like a Corrector palette. And this one is, I think, 01. They come in different like shades, but this is the 01 variety. And tfit. Not really sure what that brand is, but I also added this to make the minimum Cover Up Pro Concealer in 02 Warm Natural Beige, Deep Beige, and Peach Beige. So between these two, I think I was liking the texture of this one more. So I might actually try ordering a pot concealer, not the Corrector. Hopefully the formula is the same because I did like this one. This one didn't budge as much, and the finish was nicer. This one went a little dry looking on me, so yeah, there's that. What else? Some more Korean stuff. So I bought these three blushes. These are the pudding pots, which were like everywhere on like TikTok and whatever. So I got 3 shades, and the formula is whatever. I don't know. Like it starts as like a bouncy texture, but then it like blends to a matte-ish finish. But nothing too special. I even got like the applicator that goes along with it. So I don't know, like not my cup of tea. So, but I'm glad I tried it. And then you already know I had the pink lilac color of the Dior lip balm. This time I decided to get it in the yellow color. The pink lilac, sometimes I feel like it's a little too cool for me. So I decided to get this one. I think this one's like one of their warmer colors, but still very sheer, like a sheer wash of color. I think it does adjust slightly, like the colors adjust slightly on the lips. So I do like the formula. So I got that. And oh, forgot this one. So I love the cushion, the red cushion from TirTir. I decided to give another cushion foundation a try. This one's from Clio, the Kill Cover. And the box is so huge because it does come with a compact and then a refill. Like a compact with the cushion foundation in it and an extra refill. So it was a good value overall, I believe. Hopefully I like the formula. Or maybe not, because I think this is more expensive than the TirTir. And then I found this in my collection. I was like, I don't know why I haven't been using it. I totally forgot about it. So this is the Monica Blunder Wonder Cover, I believe it's called. And my shade is 2.5 Zwei 0.5. So it is like a solid cream pot concealer. Foundation, but it can be used as concealer. And I've used a lot of like solid, like this one doesn't bounce. This one's a solid balm type of foundation.